What is good, everybody? Welcome back to the BlitzCity Podcast. I'm your host, Kobe Orr. In Jackson State, I need to talk about a guy in your receiving room who is pretty damn good. I mean, really good, really talented. And his name is David Studstill. David Studstill is a stud, bro. And me looking at him now, I don't know. It kind of baffles me because it tells me that Jackson State for the past 2 years have just been so deep at wide receiver that a guy with this much talent was buried on the depth chart because of everybody ahead of him. They were that loaded, and they're still that loaded, man. But David Studstill, oh, that boy's a stud. So we gonna talk about him. So David Studstill, 5'11", 185 pounds, redshirt sophomore. I think he's going into his redshirt junior year with Jackson State. He's one of those guys who stayed, thank God, because, man, is this kid talented. But he caught my eye last year during the spring game. I knew about him before then, right? But he really, caught my eye at the spring game last year because he made two really good catches. One was, great, but he made two big plays in the spring game. Ever since then, I said, you know what, I'm going to keep him in mind. I'm going to keep that guy in mind because he's, he looked like he got something. And then a week ago, this man released his practice footage from Jackson State. And I'm seeing him making these heavily contested, spectacular catches. And I say to myself, is this man not the best catcher of the football in the room, in the Jackson State room? The best catcher, probably the best catcher in the room for Jackson State, wasn't even a starter. My man didn't even play yet. This is absolutely insane. So from watching him, right, one thing I can tell off the bat, before I even get into that, this man I heard rumblings about him. People from Jackson State was telling me, hey, Stud still is like that. We just got a lot of people, but Stud like that. And I was like, okay, all right, I get it. I can see why you would say that, but I got to see for myself. And then somebody else was like, hey, man, Stud might be first team all SWAC next season. I said, okay, well, let me see what y'all talking about. My boy got exceptional speed off the bat. That's what you see. His releases is real clean, man. Real clean releases. And he looks like he has no problem getting separation from the defensive backs. When he needs to, he gets just enough. And honestly, if you're a quarterback, all you have to do is put it in the vicinity. All you have to do is put it in this man's radius, and he's coming down with it. I have seen him make one-handed catches. I've seen him make two-handed catches. I've seen him make catches with the DB draped all over him. I've seen him lunge after the football. I've seen him literally just reach out of bounds and snag the football back in while he's toe tapping on the sideline. This dude really has great ball tracking ability. Great ball tracking ability. If it's in his radius, man, he's coming down with it. Somebody might need to check that man gloves for some stickum. I don't know if he's doing something to his glove. Bro, this man is catching everything. This man was catching everything thrown at him. Whether Shador was throwing him the ball or not, man, he was on top of it. Studstill with the rest of this receiving core, oh my goodness, man, they are still loaded. 2 years in, with all the great receivers that have came through, they are still loaded. It's crazy. It's crazy. And also, ladies and gentlemen, David Studstill is one of the Jackson State Tigers that is on YouTube. And when I went to his channel, my man only had 456 subscribers. So do me a favor, go subscribe to his channel. I'm going to put that picture up there so y'all can go look for him. But just in case you can't see the picture for some reason, the name is Studstill Views. All one word. Views spelled with a Z at the end instead of an S. So go give my man a subscribe button because he be doing vlogs and everything during game day and out through around campus. And I know that's content that y'all will enjoy because it's coming from the player himself. So you're getting a firsthand look at what it's like for a Jackson State player. So go ahead and follow him. But as for that receiving room, man, you think of guys like Seven McGee. You think of guys like Rico Powers, Trevonte Rucker, Malachi Wideman, Willie Gaines, Joanna Sportillion. Now, Studstill, you got Studstill, Isaiah Kendall, Isaiah Spencer, the guy from Idaho State whose name eludes me, even more, I'm not even naming everybody. I'm not even naming everybody yet. Yo, y'all are good. David Studstill is the truth. To me, man, he's a secret weapon. if Jackson State chooses to use him like that, I hope we get to see this man on the field this year. I mean, you can't keep that kind of talent, those kind of hands on the bench for another year. You can't do it. You can't do it. Find a way to get my mans on the field. I'm ready to see what he got. I'm ready to see what he got, man. Dude got hands, bro. Like that, like a receiver to be able to catch the football in tight spaces like that, to be able just to be a go-get-it kind of receiver like that, that's rare, man. Not a lot of receivers, not a lot of receivers is putting that much effort into go-getting the football now. If it ain't right here, like if it ain't for them, they gonna give up and go on to the next play. Stud gonna get it. As long as it's in his vicinity, Stud is gonna go get it. So, hey, Jackson State, y'all good. I just wanted to say that. With that being said, y'all are watching the BlitzCity Podcast. You let me know what y'all think about Studstill down below, because I know y'all knew about him way before I did. You're watching the BlitzCity Podcast. I'm your host, Kobe Orr, and I'm out. Peace.